Are there any negatives that you saw from them last night? They did seem to take the foot off the pedal a little bit, but what do you reckon?
Yeah, well, for all the credit we've given Daly Cherry Evans and Tom Dearden and the rest of that side, if I'm a Queensland supporter, I'm a little bit worried by what I saw in patches last night. I know the scoreline ended up blowing out to 38-10, but 3 of those tries were in the last 15 minutes. And you could see there was a point there where the Blues were up, had all this energy, and then they ran out of energy and it went down really, really fast. And that's where Queensland ran away with the game. Up until that point, with sort of 20 minutes to go, I think it was a Xavier coach disallowed try into a really poor Blues fifth tackle option and then into a Queensland try on the back of that. I think it might have been Ben Hunt who ran away and scored his second for the night. Up until that point, the Blues had been right in the fight with 12 players and Queensland didn't look like putting New South Wales away. With a man advantage at that level for 72 minutes, you should have that game dead and buried well and truly before the final 20 minutes, and Queensland didn't. So, you look at it and you go, are they as good as the scoreboard suggests? Maybe not if the Blues have 13 on the park for the entire game. Again, they did play well and they controlled things, but their attack looked clunky at times. Their defence, especially coming out of halftime, was a little bit poor. It was like mentally they switched off and thought they already had the game won, where really they didn't. The scoreboard was certainly not a blowout at halftime. And when Zach Lomax crossed for that try shortly afterwards, it should have woken them up. But it took a while for Queensland to get into their mojo in that second half. Even the first half, they looked a bit clunky. Yes, it's game one, and game one is often the most clunky in a State of Origin series because you've got new combinations, you've got players who haven't seen each other for 12 months. So there do tend to be issues in a game one, and that's why we've often seen game one be low-scoring affairs. Last night was the first time in 5 years that we've seen more than 36 points scored in game one. So that gives you an idea of generally where the two sides come into an Origin series. It's tight, it's low-scoring, lots of defence, lots of focus on that in camp. But yeah, if I'm Queensland, there is a concern over the clunkiness of that attack and the fact they couldn't put a 12-man Blues away. We go to Melbourne for game 2 now. Generally speaking, that's normally a Queensland home game, but I'm not sure how much of a difference they will make if they play like they did for the most part last night against, again, a team with 13 players.
Yeah, absolutely.